excited to have this individual on giving us an insight on themselves. It's my honor to call this person a colleague and, more importantly, my friend. So without further ado, let them know your name and where are you from?
My name is Ronan, and I'm an English teacher. People call me Ronan, they call me Scotty, they call me Scotter. My name actually means little seal in English. It's a Celtic name. Now, I may not look like a seal, but when the water's warm enough, that is where you can find me, in the lake, somewhere in Canada.
All right, Teacher Ronan, what's your favorite color?
I don't have a favorite color. I guess I like to wear black. Does that count?
Your favorite day of the week?
My favorite day of the week is a Monday. A Monday where we're not working. We call it a stat holiday over here. And when you have a stat holiday, you go to bed on Sunday night and you know that tomorrow's Monday, but I'm not working. In Canada, we have about one stat holiday every month, and that is my favorite day of the week. Heck, maybe my favorite day of the month. A stat holiday Monday.
Now here's a question. You might not want to answer it. What's your guilty pleasure?
A guilty pleasure? I don't think I have a guilty pleasure. Sorry. I do love a good peanut butter sandwich. Peanut butter and chips. But I'm not ashamed of it.
If you had or could have a superpower, what would it be?
I already have a superpower. I am the luckiest person alive. There was one time I left my wallet on the roof of my car and I drove around for 2 days. It never fell off and nobody took it. And that's just one example of many. There's numerous times I probably should have died. And the fact that I haven't, that makes me think that I am the luckiest person alive. It's a strange but very good superpower.
If I gave you $1 million, what would you do with the money?
If you gave me $1 million, well, first, that is absolutely life-changing. I would probably buy a cabin on a lake somewhere like this. Somewhere I can go to whenever I want, live there full time, and just relax. And then I'd figure out how to make money from all that.
Who is the one person you would like to meet?
I have no idea for that question. I mean, there's lots of famous people I would love to meet. There's lots of dead family members I would like to have met, so maybe that could be good. But really, off the top of my head, I have no clue who I'd like to meet. No, I'm drawing a blank. Sorry.
What are some of your favorite English words?
My favorite words might not be suitable for this type of video. Send me a direct message if you really want a list of my favorite words.
Do you have any favorite slang words or idioms?
My favorite expression in English is an Irish one, and it is, what's the crack? What's the crack is an Irish expression, which basically means, how are you? Or what's going on? What's happening? So in Ireland, when we see each other, we say, hey, what's the crack? And that just means, what's up?
Why did you become a teacher?
I became an English teacher for a whole whack of reasons. Originally, the idea was to just travel and teach. And to be honest, that's what I've been doing. My first teaching job was in Norway. Then I went to Prague. Then I went to Spain. Then I did a bit of teaching in Ireland, and now I'm in Canada. However, the one reason why I'm still teaching right now is because I get to help people every single day. I have done a whole load of jobs. The only jobs I've ever enjoyed were jobs with human interaction, jobs where I could actually help someone and possibly improve their lives. So, if somebody says today, hey Ronan, what do you like about teaching English? For me, it's easy. I get to help people in a meaningful way every single day.
All right, Teacher Ronan, what's the best thing that you like about teaching?
There's an awful lot that I love about teaching English, but to be honest, The thing which stands out the most of recent is to see the progress in a student from having no English to being able to hold a conversation. And what I really love about the process is when they first come in as a student, they might have a very low level of English and not be able to express themselves, not be able to talk about who they are, what they like. But as time goes on, I start to see more of their personality every single day. So right now, my favorite thing about teaching English is the fact that I get to see the personality come out of the student.
And if someone wants to become a teacher in the future, what advice would you give them?
If a person wants to become a teacher, I'd honestly say volunteer first. Go to a classroom, volunteer, watch how the teacher does it. See if you can get some volunteering hours under your belt and see if you really like it. Because let me tell you, there is nothing worse than a teacher who does not want to be a teacher. And when you work with someone like that, it's painful. But can you imagine being a student and knowing that your teacher does not want to be there? Kind of demotivates everything in that classroom. So my number one tip, get some volunteering hours and see if you really want to be a teacher.
Teacher Ronan, I need your help. Please help me. I'm so shy. How can I overcome my shyness?
Baby steps. Alright, number one, what you do. You go up to a stranger in the street and you say, "Excuse me, what time is it, please?" And you do that 5 times. And you're going to realize, hey, I'm able to ask questions and I'm able to understand this person. That's number one. Number two, you ask them what time it is and then you ask them, where is something? Hey, what time is it? Sorry, do you know where McDonald's is, for example? Ask strangers little questions in the street and eventually you will overcome your shyness. That's just one tip of many.
Teacher Ronan, I know that writing is important. How can I improve my writing skills?
Improving your writing takes time. I work with a lot of students who have never learned to read or write in their first language. So the first time they're learning is English. Can you imagine how hard that is? I always tell my students to write. Write something every day. Write 5 sentences every day. And then you write it, you put it aside. You go for a walk, you come home and you look back at your paper and you check for any mistakes. And I guarantee you, you will find at least 1 or 2 mistakes. And that is how you improve your writing, bit by bit by bit, a little bit every single day.
Any tips to improve a person's speaking?
If you want to improve your speaking, you need to get out there and just start talking to people. Start talking to strangers. Ask them simple questions like, what time is it? Where is the nearest McDonald's? Anything like that at all is perfect. That is how you will improve your speaking. Also, join a club. Find a hobby that you're interested in. I guarantee you someone in the hobby group will want to talk to you. So, get out there, talk to people.
Now, in the 21st century, social media is a very powerful thing. So, Teacher Ronan, here's my question for you. What do you like and don't like about social media?
Social media has some very good things about it and some very bad things about it. I love the way I am able to communicate with people like Teacher Will on a regular basis, a person I've never met in my life. I love the way I can communicate with other teachers. I can communicate with my family around the world, but I do not love the way people are glued in constantly. How some people cannot get over their phone. They can't put their phone down. So, I love the way we can contact everybody. I hate the way we can contact everybody.
In addition, what have you learned about yourself by being on social media?
I have learnt an awful lot about myself on social media. For example, what I really learned was to stop listening to what other people say. Who cares what John or Jane or whoever thinks? I don't. Not anymore. Always be yourself. Very important. And when needed, take a step back. Take a break from social media. It can be draining, it can be time consuming, it can really take over. So sometimes I have to consciously take a step back from social media. That's what I've learned about myself.
What's a video that you've always wanted to make, but you haven't had a chance to do it yet?
I want to make longer videos. Like, these short videos are good, but I really need to start making longer videos, and it's something I've worked on, and I have been working on. I'm developing some courses for students. So not just 1 minute or 2 minute videos, but a series of them. And so I'm going to develop an online course for students to learn English.
If you were not a teacher, what would you do?
If I wasn't a teacher, I would be living in the mountains, cut off, isolated, hunting animals on a daily basis. Maybe. Or maybe an actor. I don't know. There's a lot of different avenues I might have gone down. But to be honest, I've been teaching for so long now, I can hardly think of anything. Something creative, something to do with people and nature. I love nature.
What's the biggest misconception about you?
The biggest misconception? Well, there's quite a few. Contrary to popular belief, I don't drink beer every single night of the week. In fact, I rarely drink beer anymore. However, I will bring it up to teach students. I don't do cocaine. I've never done cocaine, and I have no interest in doing cocaine. Each to their own. If that's your jam, it's just not for me. However, if I can teach you English by saying I drink beer, by saying I do cocaine, I will. But really, I'm a pretty chill guy. I just love the outdoors.
All right, I need to ask you this question. Be honest, be honest, be honest. How would you describe Teacher Will?
Well, I've never met the man, but I imagine, and I think, and I believe that he's a very generous man, a very kind-hearted man, a very hard-working individual, and a very self-motivated individual. I love the chats that we have, and I love the way he uses the phrase that we learn together, because it's true. So overall, I think Will is a great stand-up guy, and I can't wait to meet him face to face.
What does the word insight mean to you?
Insight. For me, insight means knowledge. Knowledge is power. Insight means education. Insight means learning. If you can get insight, grab it. And if you are fortunate enough to be in a position where you can give insight, do it. For me, insight is one of the most valuable things in the world. And with enough insight, you can conquer anything.
All right, Teacher Ronan, any last words, final comments relating to life or teaching? The floor is yours.
Nothing major, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you to Will for getting me involved in the Insight project. I love it. I love the expression and the phrase that we learn together because it's true. My name's Ronan. My Instagram handle is English on the Road. Check it out if you have some time. I love teaching English, and if you have any questions at all for me, do not hesitate to reach out. All my information is in the description. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a great life. And remember, we learn together. Take care, folks. I'm out.